It's showtime. Welcome back to Sledgehammer Horror, guys. I'm Ashley Sledge, and let's talk horror. So today I am doing my review on 1988's Beetlejuice. This film's success is spawned an animated TV series, as well as several different video games, a 2018 stage musical, and finally, 36 years later, we are getting a sequel with some of the OG cast reaspiring their roles, and I couldn't be more thrilled. I am so excited for it. This is a unique movie where you're rooting for the ghosts. It's in reverse. You're doing an exorcist on the living, and it's so much fun. So I'm going to tell you guys about some of the positives. So some of the positives, the score will either make or break a film for me, and the score by Danny Elfman, it's super fun, it's upbeat, and enhances every scene and just makes it a thrilling ride. It really makes this film better, in my opinion. Cinematography, the town, it's just so beautiful. Just across the bridge, it's bright and upbeat, and then when the couple dies, it gets dark and gloomy, and I love the switch up. Life is bright, death is dark. The set design, the Netherworld, is so chaotic, and it's just gloomy like a real DMV. It might be over dramatized a little bit, but going to a DMV is no fun. So I love how they make that over dramatized. No one wants to sit there forever and take a number. The halls that are twisted and they have the glow to them, it's very visually pleasing. As well as when Adam and Barbara are digging up Beetlejuice's grave and they're in his model and it looks like cardboard and fake grass that they're digging up. I love the attention to detail there, and it looks really good. The Lost Souls room terrified me as a kid. Just the thought of floating around being lost for eternity, not knowing what you're supposed to be doing, scared me. Also when the zombie coming out of nowhere, it gave me nightmares, and just the thought of that, like I said, just floating for the rest of your life sounds awful. The actors, most of the actors did a phenomenal job. You either loved them or you hated them, which means they did their job. Baldwin and Gina Davis, Adam and Barbara, their chemistry together was so good. You could definitely feel the love. It felt genuine and real. It felt like they were a married couple, and I love them together. As well as Winona Ryder as Lydia, she did such a great job. She was the black sheep of the family. She says, "I'm strange and unusual," and she knocked her role out of the park. Michael Keaton, let's be honest, he stole the show.
I've seen The Exorcist about 167 times, and it keeps getting funnier every single time I see it. Not to mention the fact that you're talking to a dead guy.
His performance as Beetlejuice, he portrays this character as a unique, funny, over-the-top, insane person, and he makes you laugh, and he did such a great job as Beetlejuice, and I'm super happy that he's coming back. The makeup and costume, when Barbara and Adam go to the Netherworld, and all the characters in there, they looked really good. I love the lady that's cut in half and her legs are on the other side of her. She's got some really nice legs, let me tell you. And then the charred guy that asked Adam if he wants to smoke, he looks charred, like he smoked himself to death. I love the way that looks, but when I was a kid, that scared the hell out of me. The practical effects, I love when Barbara and Adam are trying to scare the deets out of the home, and Barbara, she's hanging in the closet and she takes her face off. Or when they open the door and Barbara's holding Adam's head, and she has a knife in her other hand, she just looks super creepy. And these are just the horror aspects of the movie, and they look really well. Also, the man that calls Adam and Barbara back in the Netherworld, and he clearly was ran over. He's flat and he has tire marks all over him. He looks really good, and he's funny too. He asks Adam, "How do I look?" And Adam says, "Fine." And he says, "Well, I felt a little flat," and then laughs about it and then like rolls away. That makes me laugh every time. He's funny. Also, the caseworker who has her neck slit, she takes a hit of her cigarette and then the smoke comes out of her neck. I love how that looks. It looks really good. And again, great attention to detail there. Just the message behind the movie. In the beginning, Barbara's friend that comes over tells her,
"This house is too big for you. It really ought to be for a couple with a family, you know?"
And that really, you can tell it really upset Barbara. I don't know if they can't have kids or if they tried and they've just been unsuccessful, but she clearly wants children. And then you have the Deets move in, and you have Lydia, who also just feels out of place, and she needs someone to love her the way she needs to be loved. She feels different. She wants to unlive herself. She wrote an unlive herself note, and she's like,
I am alone.
you really feel for her. You feel the emotion there. And then in the end, when everything kind of rounds up and they learn to like coincide with each other, and they finally get like the daughter that they never could have. They're helping her with her homework, and she also she gets the boost of confidence from men that she needed to make friends at school. So the message is there, and I love that message. The humor, obviously it's funny in Beetlejuice, even though he's a creep. He's funny and over the top, and he makes me laugh every time.
Nice fucking model!
So those are some of the positives. Now I'm going to get into my negatives. Some of the negatives, some of the special effects, like the stop motion, it didn't age well, like the worm, for example. On a rewatch many, many years later, I was just like, ooh, doesn't look as great. Also, the CGI smoke when the caseworker like vanishes, that also didn't age well, doesn't look very good. I hate how creepy Beetlejuice is. He inappropriately touches Barbara. He tries to look up her dress. He's talking to a young girl and he wants to marry her. You can be funny without being creepy. We could have done without all of that. Also, there's some plot holes. Like, why can Barbara and Adam not be heard, but when they're under the sheets, they can hear them? When in previous scenes, the guidebook said that the deceased can't be heard. So that, it doesn't really make any sense. Like, the living can't hear the dead, but they can. I don't know. There's a little bit of plot hole there. These are all my negatives, which is a very much shorter list than what my positives were. But now I'm going to get into my overall thoughts. This fantasy comedy, it's sprinkled with horror elements. It's a cult classic. From the acting to the great visuals, Tim Burton, he just has this unique style, and it might not be for everyone. I know not everyone loves Tim Burton's style, but I do enjoy this movie and a lot of things that he does, actually. I just want to thank you so much for watching my review, and let me know down in the comments what you think about Beetlejuice. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Are you indifferent? And if you can, please like and subscribe. It helps our channel more than you know. And follow Sledgehammer Horror on all our social media. Our links are down in the description. And until next time, keep talking horror, stay who you are, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye, guys.